Welcome to my gym. I am Mr. Pumped, and today I will be ranking the main chest exercises, all based on my experience and effectiveness on the muscle. I know the chest is one of the most favorite muscle groups. However, today I will teach the best chest exercises to feel the biggest boost and come home really fatigued, which is what it's all about. So smash the like button and subscribe to support this new series. To begin with, we couldn't miss the classic bench press. There are two types of bench presses, with barbell and with dumbbells. Well, both are great, but if you're a beginner, I recommend you start with the barbell, as it is much easier to balance than with dumbbells. But if you've been in the gym for a while, I recommend you start using dumbbells as you'll feel more stimulation, and they will allow you to increase your range of motion as much as possible. And please do not start with lots of weight plates without warming up, because you could end up like this guy. In conclusion, bench press is a compound exercise and essential to grow your chest. Therefore, both take the best position. To follow, there is the incline press, which is one of the gym bros' favorite chest exercises. This is the kind of exercise you see in every bench of the gym. This exercise is much more common to do with dumbbells, but it is also very effective with a barbell. With this exercise, you will work part of your front shoulders apart from the upper chest. Highly recommended to start your routine. Use a bench at 45 degrees and do your sets from 6 to 10 reps with a big weight. But do not forget to control the movement going up fast and going down slow. Your upper chest will start getting bigger and bigger. That's why it takes the first place. The next chest exercise is the pullover. This is a compound exercise that requires sufficient technique and also involves part of the back. It is usually more common to see experienced gym bros performing this exercise than beginners. The reason I include it here is because some popular bodybuilders like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Ronnie Coleman used to perform this exercise to grow their upper body. It may not be the best chest exercise if you want to isolate it completely. If your goal is the hypertrophy, perform 3 or 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps, leaving 2 or 3 reps in the tank. As I am not a pullover lover yet, and the technique can be difficult to learn, I will add it to C position. Now I'll tell you about push-ups. They have always been said to be a basic exercise for the chest, and they are. Really, push-ups are still a press. You are just pressing the floor instead of a bar. But your main goal is hypertrophy, and if you really want to reach failure in a set of between 8 and 12 repetitions, instead of 100, you should add weight in addition to your body weight so that you perform extra effort to stimulate your chest. But how can I add more weight to myself? Well, and this can be really difficult if you don't have a weighted vest, which are quite expensive. An alternative is to add a weight on top of your back. Imagine yourself trying to put some weight plates on your back. Difficult, right? But let's say you manage to do it without help. Now, in every repetition with the movement itself, it could fall off and ruin your set, and that is called to lose your time. Don't get me wrong, push-ups are fine, but I would recommend to do push-ups for a warm-up before a heavy Syrian bench press. Moreover, if you want to work metabolically at a lot of reps, push-ups can be your friend. Said that I put them in the D position. Well, now I'm going to show you possibly my favorite exercise for the chest routine, the chest dips in parallel bar. This is also called the squat from the upper body.
Think of the dips as the upper body squat. Dips are by far, without a doubt, they're unparalleled. They are the best exercise for pecs, delts, and triceps.
If you can't do it with your own body weight, there are always machines that subtract weight from your body. This great exercise causes a great stimulus on your upper chest and in turn on your front shoulders. I recommend that you do 2 sets at a high intensity and that you force yourself to finish each set at failure, always respecting technique. So changing volume per intensity has already increased my strength and muscle hypertrophy. If you lean your body forward, you will feel more impact on your chest, and if you stay straight on your triceps. Dips definitely get my number 1. And my gym bro, if you are still here, is because you are enjoying the video, so please subscribe. The next exercise is the decline bench press. Unlike the normal bench press, this exercise is less common, but can be useful if you want to work your lower chest. Here it will be much harder to lift heavy weight, and you will possibly need a spot in every set. You will not be able to do leg drive as your feet are in the air. I personally think there are better exercises to work this part of the chest. Therefore, I'll place it in the C position, but it's a recommended exercise nonetheless. Okay, now let's talk about chest flies. There are many of them. One of the most common variants is cable chest fly, which also has many variants. This is a pretty good exercise that can work your entire chest depending on the incline you give it. If you take the cable from the floor, you will work the upper chest. Remember to take about 2 steps away from the pulleys to increase tension on the cable and generate resistance during the movement. The arms should be slightly bent. If you are a beginner, start with a very low weight to learn the technique. Although it requires correct technique and balance, which can be difficult to master, once you've done it, the next step is to grow your chest bigger, and this exercise is for sure a good option. That's why I'm going to put it in the A position. The next kind of chest fly is performed using dumbbells, and I can tell you in advance is less effective than the last one. It can be done on a bench and tries to simulate the last exercise. However, this exercise does not maintain muscle tension in the chest throughout, as at its highest point the tension decreases. So the time and tension is radically decreased, which does not offer the proper stimulus to our chest, contrary to doing it with cables. However, if you are also a beginner, it can be useful to get used to the kind of movement before trying cable fly. So this takes the worst position. Now I will talk about the first machine of the video, which is chest fly machine. However, I can't really give a clear position here because the machines in the gyms are different and can vary a lot in comfort. But if you think your machine is good, it can provide a great stimulus and increase your intensity by getting the most reps doing drop sets. And when you think you have reached failure, you can decrease the weight and continue doing more reps. Remember what I told? You can change volume per intensity, so instead of doing 4 sets, you can do 2 at a greater intensity. Always adapting it to your capabilities. I am in love with this machine, so it gets B position. Now let's talk about another machine, chest press machine, which is very common in every gym. This machine is an alternative to the horizontal bench press. It offers more stability, which can help you lift heavier and controlled. Unlike the normal bench press, this is a very good option if you want to do drop sets. If you want to develop hypertrophy, I suggest 4 series of 8 to 12 repetitions on this machine. In conclusion, I wouldn't replace the normal bench press for this machine, but this is the kind of machine I would do at the end of my routine in order to stimulate my chest even more. Incorporate the chest press machine into your workout routine to effectively target, challenge, and ultimately enhance your pectoral strength and muscle definition. Said that, I will add it to B position. So this is my full ranking of the main chest exercises. Do you agree with me? Remember that I am not a professional trainer. This is just based on personal experience. Moreover, make sure to ask your gym coach for the correct technique. I hope you enjoyed this new series. Comment below which muscle group you want me to rate in the upcoming videos. Like, subscribe and share to support me, and see you very soon.